I think if you're a good leader, you're able to flex your style authentically. So as you're saying that, I'm thinking, who's a good leader? And I'm thinking, in the world today, our leaders, how that plays out differently. So with the former New Zealand Prime Minister, female, one of the youngest leaders, not only did she inspire, because when we went through COVID, she had the humility to admit she didn't have all the answers. But I think as importantly, she had the ability to step down when everybody said, well, why did you work so hard for that role? And actually, because she wanted to have a life, have a family, she stepped down from a key role. When I married that against some of our global older male leaders whose leadership style is completely opposite to that, even here in the UK, it's interesting to see the dynamic play out. So when I think about, from an age perspective, does it differ? Probably. There's probably much more of a servant style leadership from younger leaders, and recognising the need to have that balance, the need to be inclusive, and recognise and hear different voices. So possibly, you might say that, but I would probably argue good leaders can flex their leadership style authentically in a given moment as such. So an example, for example, probably typical, but Barack Obama, there's this kind of video in terms of the way he meets different groups. So when he met like a political contingent, he was shaking hands with them, and then, but he was in the sports arena, the basketball, and then he turned around to the basketball and it was like fist bumping. It wasn't that he wasn't being authentic, he recognized he could flex and appeal to both. And if you're able to flex your leadership style in that way, that's good. Because not everybody learns, not everybody's led the same way. And part of your skill as a leader is know what motivates your people and then flex to that. And that's a skill. Some can do it, but you can definitely learn it. But yeah, that's a definite key skill.